Yesterday, I turned 26, which means now I'm only a few short years away from being on my deathbed. So if I want to win some races, I better start doing it now. And today, that's unlikely because I'm back in the Porsche Cup. And yes, this week is at Laguna Seca. It's going to be a tough race, especially because I will be starting from the back, having not set a time. But as always with the Porsche Cup, if we can just stay out of trouble, we could still get a result. So join me for the work. And let's head to the grid.
We go, get ready.
And the lights are on, and away we go. Foot on the brake and the throttle has given me a good start. There's so many cars here. It's such a huge pack. This is going to be so dangerous. Down into turn one. Into the hairpin. Letting a few people pass just to get out of this chaos zone. Don't want to be caught up in it. Hanging it around the outside of this next car. Which we have lost the position to. But it was a good start. I'm sure we've made up some positions. I didn't actually check what position we started in. But this is nice. As we head through this left-hander, coming up to a fast section and then the corkscrew, of course. Whoa! Whoa, heavy braking there. I don't know what that was. It's forced me to brake hard and I've locked up trying to do so. I've lost a whole load of positions from that. That was such a terrible corner, a couple of corners. And I've lost even more positions. But I've kept out of trouble, relatively.
There's an incident in turn 11. Looks like it's...
Oh, and there's a crash, a few crashes. Good few spins at the end here. This is good, and we've made up some positions again. Now we're up into P15. Oh, watching the accelerator pedal there. Nearly binned it. And hung it around the outside on that corner. Kept the position.
There's an incident in turn 5. We think it might be Pieta.
Back up with the pack here that we had lost a little bit. Now this is where there was some heavy braking before that I wasn't expecting. Oh, again, someone's gone off. There's a bit of lockup, some wheel spins, and a bit of chaos happening. I'm just gonna brake a bit early here. We just...
In front is now 0.
Someone sent it up the inside or maybe locked up or something. They've collided with me. I've got a 1x from it. Whoa. Purple car's gone flying through there. There's an incident up ahead. This is good.
Car in front is Tommy, car number 7.
Gotta be gentle. I'm watching the rejoin as well. Someone else is off. Oh, he's turned into me. He's turned into me like I wasn't even there. What was that? No, I really am down near the back. I'm in P20, thanks to all the positions I lost.
Looks like it's Tommy. Yellow flag.
Yellow flag up ahead. Oh, someone has gone off indeed.
Corkscrew. We think it might be Brian.
Got damage on the left side, and you know what? I can feel it.
Just done a 126.41. Fastest lap for Roa. 126.41.
Whoa! He sent it through again. This guy's absolutely insane. Way! He's gone.
Turn 3.
That's what it is. The same corner actually that he did spin out on before taking me out at this corner. And he's gone again. So I've made it back up into 19th. Obviously still not a great position to be in, but we're keeping it relatively clean. I can see someone going into the pits ahead of me, which means I will gain another place. And I have done. Up into P18.
Let's make sure we can take them. P8
And one other Porsche has spun out here at the first hairpin. He's gone again straight away on those Cook tires. It's Sergio. And he's gone. So P17 now. Making my charge all the way back up to first place, I reckon. Oh, there's a yellow flag here. Oh, and this pink Porsche is out. There's a little pack of them up here as well, which I'm getting close to. Xiaoban ahead. But Hirano behind me is super close. 0.4 seconds. 1.8 to the guy in front. It's not a big gap. Shit. Big lockup. Big lockup, and that's going to cost me. And it has cost me. That lockup has sent the crazy man through again. Oh, he's made a mistake. Piotr's made a mistake in the corkscrew. And once again, a mistake sends me up a position. The same way I lost it, I've gained it back. Right, Horvat is the car ahead. He is 4.4 seconds away as we head into lap 8 of 18. So the gap behind is decreasing. Piotr is nearly back within a second of me, but the gap in front is decreasing as well to Horvat, who was 4-point-something seconds ahead not long ago and is now under 3. So I may lose a position in a minute, but I may gain one as well. We just have to be careful when Piotr decides to go for it, because we've already had a couple run-ins with him here, and I really don't need any more. Oh, and Horvat's gone onto the gravel, and that is going to give me a much better exit. Won't be quite enough to get past him, but we are definitely close now, under a second gap as we come up to the Andretti hairpin. Right on the tail of Horvat now, and Piotr behind me had an incident. He's now 15 seconds behind. But I'm really close in front here. Just got to pick the right moment to go for it. And I got to say, this is not it. We have the pace on it. We've caught up 4 seconds in a matter of laps, so it's just a matter of time before we get past. There's absolutely no need to rush it here and do anything that can jeopardize our race. If we get a good exit here out of the final turn, we can just get him down the straight. He's not at a good exit at all. He's gone into our path a little bit, and he's just off to my right hand side here. But I should still have the pace. Ooh. Down into turn 1 to get him, and he didn't want to give it up, but that's caused him to lock up and go into the gravel. So I now have that place. And P14 is mine. Oh, yes. And there we go. Tysup is gone again. That's his second spin in the same amount of laps, I believe. And that means we have now taken P13 that he was in not too long ago. We did have the pace on him as well. We were actually gaining anyway, and I think we would have got him eventually. But that's helped us along. We're also gaining on Keegan Ryan in front and Akash. Oh, and someone's just dropped into the pits as well. Guerra. And that means I've got P12, I believe, from the information Jim gave me. He had a crash down here at turn 1. And that's actually enough to make him disconnect as well. So from being down at P20 at one point, we're now nearly in the top 10.
You think it might be right?
We are now in P11 because someone else has had to jump into the pits due to an accident.
Turn 6. Looks like it's Ryan.
And Ryan's had an accident as well, the guy in front, which means he's only 3 seconds away. I just need one more position to get into that illustrious top 10, but Ryan is proving a hard nut to crack. He's built the gap back up to over 4 seconds, where it was under 3 before. And there's only a few laps to go. On my third last lap, I just set my fastest lap of the session, so I am improving all the time during this race. But it's still not quite enough to be bringing down that gap to Deo in front, who has been overtaken by Ryan. And now we are here to begin our white flag lap. Gap in front is 4.5 seconds, 4.3 actually. It may be too much for me in this race, but I'm trying my hardest to get that lap, to get that position on this final lap. It's going to be tough. We do really need him to have an accident of some kind, just to get into that top 10 position from being in P20 at one stage in this race. Don't forget, P20.
Incident in the corkscrew. You think it might be Bradley?
Gap's under 4 seconds now as we finish the corkscrew for the final time, and the left-hander after it. Now there's only 2 corners to go. We've done one of them. There's just the final corner here at Laguna Seca. Oh, didn't realize Tyson was so close behind me as he tried to send one into that corner. But it won't matter because we come across the line in a very respectable P11. Jesus Christ. He stopped in the middle of the track.
That's the end of the session.
Before I check the results, if you are new around here and you're enjoying the video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any more iRacing content in 2025. And check out my Discord, link is in the description, to talk sim racing and racing IRL. And the results are in, and it's a nice little safety rating change, plus 0.05, and just a tiny negative on our I rating. So really, nothing to be too worried about, and it's not too bad. And now for our second race of the video, I'm ready to do something that I really enjoyed last time out. That's right, we're in the M2 Cup, and it's at Lime Rock Park, and today, after qualifying, I'm in P3, just over 3/10 off the lead, so I have a really good chance of a good finish here if we can stay out of trouble. Not going to be easy, but it is going to be a lot of fun. Join me, and let's head to the grid. And the lights are on, and we're away. It's not the best start, but it's not too bad. It's similar to those around us. We've got the inside line, though, for turn 1. But we can't quite get in there in front of Chen, who's in P2. Around turn 1. And just braking a little bit early so we can stay out of trouble here. That's really what we want to do. We know we have pace. We qualified really well. And I had that good pace in practice too. It's just got to be to stay in the race. It's a 12-minute race, being a rookie class series.
Okay.
Tires are very cold. It's like driving a boat. It's just floating everywhere. There's a new layout as well that I haven't experienced before, with this little weird double right-hander in there. Now on cold tires as well. Being a bit careful around the last corner so we don't just glide off into the wall. But we have finished lap 1 in the same position, in P3. Now the front 2 boys, they're getting a little bit ahead, so I gotta try and keep up with them and stay out of the path of Rios behind me. Coming up to this new section that I was talking about. Didn't go as wide as I should have. That's probably compromised my pace a little bit.
Nick, 10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left.
It's already been a couple of minutes as we head round the final corner and onto pit straight. Gap in front is 2 seconds. Sano is another 1 second in front of that, just about.
102.6. The guy ahead has just done a 102.5. P3. Sector 3 is 0.3 off the pace.
This car is so much fun to drive. It's got decent amount of power and what feels like absolutely no downforce at the front or the back. Just glides around, floats around. You kind of nudge it in the right direction, like a hovercraft. Guy behind, Rios, is actually catching up quite a bit here. He's on my tail. He's only 0.3 seconds behind. There's a big gap in front. 2.4 seconds it is currently. And he's really looking for it now. He's really looking for a place to move and make the dive in. There is a back marker now that's one car in front.
It looks like Ogos.
And he will hopefully not get in my way, but get in Rios's way behind me. Slow him up a little bit. That'd be nice.
This driver's rep is below average. Watch yourself.
Oh, good. Oh, there's been a crash in front. There's been a spin-off. Oh, and Chan! Chan, what a terrible rejoin. I've got 4x for that, but what a terrible rejoin. I tried to stay out of his way, but I was following this back marker in anyway. Is he going to get out of my way? Oh, my days! What was that? What was that? I was having such a good race. I was in second position there. Well, we're released from the pits. It's not going to make much difference now. I'm definitely not going to get back up into that position that I was in. I've been lapped by most of the cars here. And unfortunately, all we can really do from this race is try and complete as many corners as we can and salvage some safety rating. I'm driving around at the back here. Got a blue flag. My tires are cold. I'm not going anywhere.
5 minutes to go.
And here we are, taking the last corner for the final time. And we will come across the line to at least finish this race. But unfortunately, thank you to that idiot and that incident, it will be a P8. And I really believe we could have got a podium finish in this race, which is disappointing to be finishing all the way down here. All right, let's review the incident before we make any decisions. So this is the back marker in front. Nothing crazy here. That's okay. He's allowed to. He doesn't have to give up the place for me. But I do have the pace. Here we're running a little bit wide. There's a little nudge from Chan that was completely accidental, but it's a separate issue. Now I do have the pace on the back marker in front, so I figure that I'll be able to send it up into the chicane here because he didn't get a great exit. And he is moving over to one side. There he goes over there. Now, is that a little bit of contact there? Let's just double check that. No, that's okay. So there was no contact. I've checked from the side there. But what it actually does is because for some reason he just veers off to the right here. Maybe there's netcode. There was definitely no actual contact, but maybe, you know, for him it was like that. And then he doesn't just deliberately swing back in front of me. He's tried to correct it. And that's why it looks so deliberate. I really just thought that about here, he started to get out of my way and then deliberately swing back and crash me out. But it looks like it was just terrible driving, not intention. So does he lose it? He might just lose it on the power. Okay, maybe he just lost it a little bit on the power. But what happens is he then tries to correct it. It way overcorrects. He tries to spin away and Yeah, unfortunately, not great driving. It did ruin my race, but thankfully, it doesn't look like it was intentional. So, no, nothing. Obviously, nothing will be happening there. These type of things do happen, but regardless, if you did enjoy this video, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any more, because I'm going to be doing heaps. And definitely check out my Instagram and my Discord. Both are in the description.
Only weakness I have is for the brunettes. You already know I'll kill any shit I do next. No kids, so I'm raising the roof. Next year they'll admit they just stands like an ooze.